Welcome to This Is Your Moment with Pastor Daniel. Today, we are discussing on what I call the speed of focus. And our text will be taken from the book of 2 Kings, chapter 4, from verse 18. The Bible says, "And when the child was grown, it fell on a day that he went out to his fathers to the reapers. And he said unto his father, my head, my head. And he said to a lad, carry him to his mother. And when he had taken him and brought him to the mother, he sat on her knees till noon, and then died. And when she went up and laid him on the bed of the man of God, and shut the door upon him, and went out. And she called unto her husband, and said, send me, I pray thee, one of the young men, and one of the ass, that I may run to the man of God, and come again. And he said, wherefore wilt thou go to him today? It is neither new moon nor a Sabbath. And she said, it shall be well. Then she saddled an ass, and said to her servant, drive and go forward, slack no that riding for me, except I bid thee. All right, now this lady, this woman, the Shunammite woman, mounted the horse and said to the rider, as she saddled as the ass, and said to us, servant, drive and go forward, slack not thy riding for me, except I bid thee. Now, the speed at which she goes she was focused on where she was going. Now, this is the point here. The woman has been kind to the prophet. She built a house, built a room in their house for the man of God to stay. And she was blessed with a child. Now, on that process, the child died. When the child died, this woman realized that this is not normal. And so, she put the dead child on the bed of the servant of God. And he called for a donkey to ride to look for who? For Elisha. Elisha was in the Mount Carmel, doing other things when this woman was going to meet him. The focus is that though the husband said, why are you going to look for the man of God? It is not on Saturday. It's not on Sabbath day. It is not on a moon. You may not be able to see him. But she refused to be discouraged. The Shunammite woman knew what she wanted. She knew the source of her child. And so when the enemy came to turn her joy into mourning, she also responded by focusing with a speed. Now, if you, as in your own life, realize that something goes wrong, you need to take actions and respond to that thing accordingly. How many people that Satan has actually removed their joy? You do not have opportunity to do most of the things that you may want to do. Let me give you another example. 1 Samuel chapter 25, verse 19. Abigail, the wife of Nabal, and she said unto her servant, go on before me, behold, I come after you. But she did not tell her husband, Nabal. And it was so, as she rode on the ass, that she came down by the covert of the hill, and behold, David and his men came down against her. Now, let me stop there. Guess what happened? Nabal refused to respond to the demand of King David. He was not king that time, to David and his team for help. And so, Abigail decided to respond to the need, because she understood very well that her husband has behaved wrongly. So with a speed, she ran with an axe to meet David and gave them all that David needed. Now, if she has no focus to recognize that there will be a danger, a damage to her home and her husband, she wouldn't have responded quickly to that. So this hour, I came to let you know that you have the ability to be focused. And whatever you are doing, you do it with a speed, not with lukewarmness. Everything that the Shunammite regained back her baby was based on a quick response. Respond quickly to every situation that needed quick response. Anything that is desperate needs desperate actions. So I encourage you, I beg you, and I plead with you, I ask you this hour, that whatever you are doing, that the good thing you are doing, do it with all your mind. Be focused on it. Pursue it with all your strength. Do it as if you are doing to the Lord. And God, who responds to the Shunammite woman, who restore a baby, will restore you. May Jehovah restore to you that which you have lost. Whatever will cause you pain, may God take it from you. I bless you with the blessing of heaven. I show you kindness. God will show you the kindness that you ever deserve. This I bring to you in Jesus' mighty name. It is your moment with Pastor Daniel. God bless you.